everybody, welcome to the stream. It's time to drive some cars really mean. Automobilista number 2. Automobilista is coming at you. We got an update. What number is the update? I'll tell you what the number is. They love the numbers in Brazil. Version 1.2, 1.2.110. It's moving up through the numbers. Numbers getting bigger. Numbers getting taller. Taller than the Eiffel Tower. Eat your baguette from the top of the tower, but don't lean over or you might fall off into the streets. Parisian streets. Splat goes the Parisian man. He shouldn't have lent with his baguette. Oh no, now he can't play Sims. There's no update. Put him in the bins. Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Let me tell you what's in the update. It's coming at you on a update plate. Added live track, preset support, multiplayer, dedicated server, fixed an issue that would result in a crash. Switching to a second custom championship. You don't want that to happen. That would be wrong. Yo! What else is updated? Let me tell you. UI HUD, Physics AI, tracks and vehicles. That's about it. It's a shit update. There's not much change, but it's something. Hello, guys. This is the update wrap. It's not that bad of an update. It's not that bad of an update. Just testing the microphone there. Is it clipping? Oh, what's going on? Why am I doing this 8 in the morning? I don't know. What am I doing? There's children watching. I didn't swear. I said ship. Ship the update. Ship. Oh, I'm never going to have hair. Hang on. I don't know if this happens to anyone else. Whenever I have mic monitoring too loud, it gives me a headache straight away. I'll show you what I mean. Here's my EQ. Right, turn that up. Blah 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 blah. So you want to be able to hear myself a little bit. But if I hear myself too much, it's like voice jamming. Is it called voice jamming? What's it called where you you know what I'm saying? Like what you do to people when they have a stutter, but the opposite. It's not delayed though, that's voice jamming. There's a set amount of delay for voice jamming. What is he on about? Right, well so yeah, the update. How's it going? How's it going, guys? Is the base game worth it? I don't know. Look, mister. Do you feel lucky? Do I feel lucky? Should just sing the whole live stream. Game of Muscle musical. Is the update worth getting? Is the base game worth getting? How much is the base game? It's 50% off. I guess you could get the base game and then you can join servers as long as they've got a car that's not DLC. You can join the tracks. How much is the base game here? It's very confusing. Do you need to buy the base game and then the season pass for £63? Reezy, you're drunk. Like, how does it... I don't even know how it works, and this is my life. Or can you buy the Automobilista 2 2020-2022 season pack and get everything? Oh no, Automobilista, here we go, £73. Automobilista 2 plus season pack, there you go. That's a lot of money. Maybe the base game, I don't know what you get in the base game. It is on sale though, so I mean, I guess you might as well get the base game because they keep updating it, and then you got another sim to play if you want different stuff to do. If you don't have a life. Do you know what? At the moment, 17.50. What's that? Oh, that's the price. Thought that was the time. I'm gonna race you, James. Put some pants on. I'm wearing shorts, man. What should we try first? Actually, I might. Let me just set my controls up. I just buy everything YouTubers. Do you do everything YouTubers tell you to do, Greg? Just you should donate. Use the link below. It's bloody boiling here. I woke up sweating. That's why I'm up now. I couldn't sleep last night. It's just too. It was bloody sweaty. Hello. I started walking again because I was like, my sleep had been mental, so I was like, I'll do walking. Yesterday I got stuck in a field, and so I was so tired after walking through the field. I went to bed early. And guys, long grass, it looks nice, but you try walking through half a mile of long grass. It's worse than snow. Honestly, worse than snow. I mean, I might do this little test. Unbelievable. My legs were wrecked. Like the grass was up to like my waist, and it was all folded over and everything. Oh my god! There was like dead pigeons in it as well from like birds that had attacked them. That's my field story. What's my opinion on ACC versus AMS2? Are you sure you want my opinion? Oh, we're all set up. I think AMS2 is probably more fun to drive. It's got nicer force feedback. I'm all about the force feedback. I'd say ACC is probably more realistic in many ways, but AMS2 is more fun. Okay. Have my force feedback turned on. I've got force feedback, but it's weak. Your hay fever's rife. Well, I took some Claritin yesterday. I don't know if it's helped. I just feel like I've been breathing in fuel. I don't know if that's hay fever. My eyes aren't watering or anything. Just very strange. Why is my force feedback so weak? What's going on here? Oh, maybe. Okay, there we go. I just got a lower my wheel. So weird. You go from game to game, sim to sim. Settings on each sim. Set the SSB. Why have this on here? I can't remember what I set it on. Anti-lock brakes. Yeah, I probably just need to bind another button for that. It's quite good. They started doing this in Race Room as well, where you have a... Well, AC, I think, was the first sim to have the car-specific force feedback thing. You use plus and minus on the number pad in the original AC. It's... You know, now you can bind it in Project Cars 2 and Automobilista 2, and Race Room now uses that. Because every car is different, you know, it's going to have different strength, and you might want to run it higher or lower. I mean, you could do it in R Factor 2, but I don't think there was I don't know if there was a shortcut whilst you were driving. I've just got to find where it is. I found a way to enjoy this game yesterday. You didn't put butter all over your body, did you? Hello, Roy Ella from New Zealand. Where's the force feedback up and down? Am I going past it? I'm going mental here. Good afternoon. Oh, here it is. There it is. Found you. Sign to ABS. Yes, I do want to replace that. Okay. Automobilista. Force feedback is... ACC force feedback is just terrible. It's like it might as well just not exist. Wow, that's not totally true. It's just... ACC force feedback helps you control the rear of the car, but there's no real range to it. It's very binary. It's a shame, really, because I think if it had OK force feedback, it'd be a good sim. I think one thing I found with Fanatec wheels is you want to run the wheel. There we go. I think we're all set. You want to run the wheel on higher settings in the game. Fanatec wheels seem to respond better to that. That's not the case with the OSW, but it certainly is with the Fanatec DDs. Run them as high as possible on the wheel, and then the game as high as possible before clipping or to your taste. Been raining like Cape Town. Well, that's handy because you'll have appropriate clothing to stop you from getting wet. I had to make that joke. Right, let's make a server here. I've never been to Cape Town. Rocky Roads. If you play iRacing with IRFFB, it's not too bad. There's no front end feel. I think the tyre modelling iRacing is not as good as ACC's in many ways, and so that, you know, it's hard to compare. Like, force feedback can't make up for physics. But I think I'd rather play iRacing with IRFFB. In fact, I would. I'd rather play iRacing with IRFFB than ACC. I'm not the biggest fan of GT3 cars as well. I think that I don't know what's wrong with people. I don't know why so many people have to be driving these bloody GT3 cars. Torque 332. How much torque? That's got way more torque. Hello. With the foot, I didn't do anything. I was supporting the other team. I hate England. There's only one thing worse than England, and that's England fans. If England win, they're going to be like, "Oh, we did. We're so good. What a nation!" It's like, oh my god. Also, the football's so dumb. Like, England has played progressively worse teams. And then the commentators are like, wow, they've really found their footing. It's like, no, they have just been playing worse and worse teams due to the draw being very lucky. Oh, we beat Germany. Oh, is it a German team that's had many years of practice together? No. Oh, okay. Is it really the same German team that beat... Smaller Janetta? I thought this is a smaller Janetta. I thought all Janettas were small. Oh, Freaky League. It's not a good day to do working. Is this another one? Oh yeah, look, we've got like... Hang on a minute. They've got the G40 there. Then you got the G40 Cup. Is that a different... 135, not 190 kilograms. This has a little bit more torque, the GT4. Well, let's go for the GT4 version. They're nice looking cars. They look nice. I've seen them in real life. England are the best at getting the ball between two sticks. New Race U? What's Race U? Oh, I'll have to check that out. Right, we've got 5 laps. We've got this. Give this a go. I've got to change the host settings. Oh, is AMS2 better than ACC? It depends what you're after. I'll have to do a video. There you go. Server's called Game Muscle Live. Password is T. Don't touch the grass. Ah, the gravel and grass in iRacing is so ridiculous. It's like, why? 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 Like, just why? Ah, that'd be fun. I think that's just a troll. Well, there we go. Get in there if you want. I wonder if people are sim racing at this time of day. I'm not gonna have a biscuit. Yeah, content manager is great. Finally, SimRacer 1990. Finally got my computer back. Why did you send your computer off for repairs? Just fix it yourself, man. Just get your fingers in there. If it breaks, it doesn't matter. It's already broken. Nothing to lose. I'm just going to drive around by myself. I know, Mr. Maldo. Yeah, so that's a good thing with Sims. It doesn't matter how many biscuits you have. If you're using headphones, make sure to use headphone mix. Nice one, the dive. I'm gonna hold off for ages probably. I don't trust updates. Unless they're Automobilista updates. Well, let's just give this a little test. I'm alright, thanks, JK. Oh. Been okay. Describe my condition as okay. Acceptable. We've already had rapping, you missed it at the start. The new race reinforcement backs were really good, yeah. You just need to run it quite high. Mr. Cold Tyres. Oh, sliding. Oh, I've got my window open, getting a nice cool breeze. Breeze. Hello, hello. Ain't no grip. It's like snow driving. Proper snow drive. Oh, if you want to get in the server, guys, Game of Muscle is the server name. Did I password it? I don't think I even passworded it. I don't know what I'm doing. If I passworded it, the password's T. Normally in capital letters, but who knows. Oh, but a T in capital letters then. Norman Robinson, hello. I can't even remember what I was doing there. My brain doesn't work. Oh dear. Bad time to read the chat room. Oh, hello, kids. What? I wouldn't let your children watch this. Hello, chilly dog. They'll go bold quickly. They might get strange ideas. They might start complaining about force feedback. You don't want that to happen. I didn't start complaining about force feedback till I was at least 14. The Microsoft Sidewinder joysticks came out. That's what started the obsession. What's going on in Chili Dog's life? Oh, Jesus. Snagged their ears. Does this remember your setup from before? Maybe my brake bias is too far back. Oh no, it's not. Brake bias is very much forwards. I don't know why it's snagged there. Hello, Thomas Schmidt. Huge error. Off the supermarket, can you pick me up some biscuits? Well, you'll probably end up floating all over the place if you do have a very high ping. The Formula 1 2020 is the best force feedback simulator. I had comments from someone going on about F1 2020. Yeah, so, I mean, who am I to... I can't, you know. They obviously know better than me. It's I think it's T password. I'm gonna make my steering a bit more quick. Go. Out. So if you as that, I always get this back to front. If you want your steering to be more sensitive in a driving simulator, guys, and you don't know, you can change your steering lock in most sims, and that will make the front wheels more or less responsive to what you're doing on your steering. We're doing ratios here. Tell me. We're doing ratios. Yes, we are. We're doing ratios. That's how ratios work. Oh dear. Yeah, I can, because some sims use a ratio, and some use, I don't know what the other ones are using. So some it's a lower number and some it's a higher number. Put R factor 2, the lower it's more sensitive. I'm alright, Walking. How are you doing today?
He is the king of war. War king. Walking. Now, coming at you from Tycho Toys, the new Walking. Walking 2021 comes with a battle axe, detachable backpack, and the power to destroy. Walking, buy one for your child today. Walking. Super powerful, super strong, super walking.
I'd buy one. I'd buy a Walking. Sounds like a good toy to me. Who doesn't want a Walking?
The king of war. Don't be a queen, be a king. War king.
What are my thoughts on AC2? Well, I'll do a video on it. I don't have any thoughts, I'm too thick. Are you still lying horizontal? What? You're not in hospital, are you? Not hospital, man. If you are, you're told to get out of hospital. What are you doing? What does it though? What does it do?
War king powers you through the war.
I don't know what it does.
Wins the war as a king.
No, he's a king of war. I haven't had any. Oh no, I had some porridge with some honey in it. Oh, you're just lazy. Fair enough. Go walking. I started doing Thomas Schmitting. I've been Schmitting myself, walking around through fields. Yesterday I did a fight. This guy, I know it sounds pathetic. If this sounds pathetic. Day before yesterday I did like a 5-mile walk, which is good for me. 10 out of 10. That's at least half a biscuit burnt off. And then yesterday I would walk like 4 miles, but half of it was through fields, so it felt like worse than the day before. I couldn't feel my legs. As I was saying earlier, don't underestimate tall grass. It's worse. It is genuinely worse than snow to walk through. Oh, actually, it doesn't get you wet and it doesn't get you cold, so maybe not. It's worse than somewhat soft snow on the flat, but it's not worse than soft snow on a hill. There you go. That's walking through long grass. I got lost in a forest. I was just walking around this forest and I was like, I don't know where I am. But obviously Google Maps didn't really help because it was just forest, so you couldn't really see where I was. And then I was like, well, I should probably try and get out of this forest because I have no clue where I am if I break my ankle. Although it's the UK, so someone would find you within like half an hour. So I'm like, okay, I'll try and find my way out. Just walk through this random shit. I'd end up in someone's back garden. I was like, well, I can't go through the back garden. So then I had to traipse across the forest to find a field. So that was my exciting story, an exciting time yesterday, walking through fields. If you join us on Discord, I'll post a picture of a field. You can enjoy it. Porridge with onion? What is what fixed? A bit special. I was half tempted to walk through the person's garden. I don't think they would have said anything, but I mean, it's a bit weird having a random guy just suddenly appear in your back garden. It wasn't a small back garden, it was like a fancy, you know, like a sort of good 1.5 acre back garden. They might not have even have seen me. I'm not getting a smart roadster. I looked into it, Terj. They're shit. The reason they discontinued them in 2005 due to them breaking down all the time and being too expensive to repair, and then Mercedes doubled down on their Smart 4.2 concept, and now Mercedes are doing electric. They're going all electric. So there's only like 1,700 smart roadsters in existence. The ones that are still here, okay. Well, not for long. You can't get parts for them. They're dirt cheap because they break all the time. You've got like stupid like issues with them, like water leaking, rust, and like loads of like stupid issues. I mean, look, I'll admit I like how they look, but terrible. Get the Celica. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'd need the race version though. I need a road legal race version. That'd be good. No, I just get an Skoda Citigo because there's no point in like fast road cars. They're like they're nice, but it's like, well, it's just not a race car, is it? Like after driving, I mean that Toyota Celica race car. wasn't even a fast race car, really. I mean, what, it's going up to 120 miles an hour max? You know. But that was like better than almost any road car. Probably any road car I've been in. Like, I've been in a McLaren, I don't know which McLaren it was, which had really, really good acceleration. But even that, it didn't, the suspension was obviously for a road and everything. So even that wasn't as nice in many ways. And you know, you can't drive on it, you can't throw the car into the corner on a road. You know, you're not going from 90 to 30 miles an hour in a road, are you? I mean, you could exit a motorway that way. You see what I mean? So the thing is, it's like, well, I just don't see the point. I'd just go to City Go. Maybe like an Aerial Atom or a Caterham 7. I get that. You can in a smart roadster. Well, that's because it only goes up to 40 miles an hour. You look like you're driving a Dyson Hoover. I imagine if another car hits you in a smart roadster, they're actually saying that smart cars tend to pass the end cap stuff really well. Quiet car. So Skoda City goes to the cheapest. I'd just get a cheap car. Steve's BMW is very nice. I don't know if it's the same one that Boosted has and what's his face has. Ermin Hamidovic. But even they're really nice. I think I'd have one of them if I had a family or something, or like I was going to drive to work and commute and stuff. But they're so smooth, like they're good, like good as a chauffeur car. But I'd want to drive it quickly, and you can't really, can you? So just go to City Go. Tell you what, it's weird. The suspension on the BMW is so good. It's incredible. Like, it's so smooth. It's weird. It's the smoothest suspension I've ever experienced on a road car. Is Steve's BMW. It's like the closest thing to the suspension in terms of how, like, it's like you're on a cushion of air. The closest thing is like what's that French car which literally has air suspension? What were they? Where you turn it on and the car goes psh. I had one of them when I lived in France. I didn't have it. The family I was living with had it. I don't know. I think he's got like the upgraded, like the high package on it or something. Citroen Xantia. Yeah, that had very smooth suspension. Obviously, it was sluggish and floppy and everything, but it's weird that air suspension thing never really took off. This was in like 98, 97, 98 when I lived in France. So whatever the car was back then. My favourite car would, as I say, would be like that I've driven would be that Toyota Celica, like race car. Honda Type R was all right. Like as a passenger around Brands Hatch. Like they've got quite harsh suspension for a road, and I don't like the seats. The shape of these seats in them are not comfortable for my back. I'm trying to think what their cars have been in. But yeah, no, Skoda City Go does the job. Like a road car's a road car, isn't it? At the end of the day, race cars are race. It's like with aeroplanes. It's exactly like with aeroplanes, guys. There was that video came out recently where a guy it's a car plane, and he like flew from city to drove to an airport, took off, flew to another city, and then drove to somewhere. And it's like, well, it's not a good car and it's not a good aeroplane. I think that's the problem that cars have. It's like Generally speaking, it's either, you know, it'll be a good, really good road car, or it'll be a very expensive road car. But you cannot have a good race car and a good road car. Because, I mean, for a race car to be good, like, it's all about mass. You need to strip everything from it, so it's going to be noisy. So it's not going to be a good road car. You're going to need a roll cage in it, which makes it hard to get in and out of. So, again, not exactly functional for putting stuff in a road car. You're going to want ridiculously sharp suspension. Again, not what you want on a road car. It's just like they're two different. They're different things. Small planes are super range speed limited anyway. Wow. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, isn't it? Yeah, they always gloss over that. Because the thing with a small aircraft, you have to check the weather. You're very you're controlled by the weather, which can change within an hour. So it's not the dream just doesn't work with that small car plane concept. It's not like you go, oh, I want to be in X place that would take 5 hours to drive to, and I want to get there in 1 hour. It's like, well, yeah, the problem is with a small plane, it's like, well, if the weather's not right, well, that's it, you can't do it in the time. Like, you can't just, in a car, in 99% of conditions, you can drive wherever you want. Also, what I always thought was weird with the whole plane car thing is that you can, if you're rich, first of all, you wouldn't drive your own car. You would just have a chauffeur, and you would get them chauffeured to your private jet, which would be cheaper than a car plane. And why would you want to fly your own car plane? You would just get your private jet, which is already prepped. So you would phone up the airport. Like in the morning, you're like, right, you live in the UK, you want to go to Paris, you're filthy rich. Well, you just phone up the airport and you go, your private aeroplane that the service uses, you say, hey, I'm going to Paris today. Can you make sure the plane's ready for 10 a.m? And that's it. That's a lot easier than, oh, I've got to get my plane car out the garage and drive it down the road at slow speed. I'll get to the airport. I'll go check the weather. Oh, I can't fly. So, and then they don't make sense as a toy either. Like, what is going on here? If you wanted a toy plane, you would get like a small helicopter or like a really nimble light aircraft or like a glider, you know. When you're small, you just need to increase the wind and having it pushing you from behind. I don't know if we're stuck here. If someone's like lagged out, might have to kick people until we find out who it is that's lagged out. But we'll just wait. There's no rush. With the car plane,
walking.
With the car plane, you can drive 300 kilometers. You could, yes. Who do we kick? I think someone's quit or lagged out. Right, I'm going to kick these guys. I haven't got times in just to see what happens. Miffy's alive. We're just going to have to kick people here. Yeah, you got to shave your head to go faster, toe tip. And the jetpack thing makes sense though, because it's like an extreme ride, isn't it? Put a wingsuit on. Oh, we are stuck here. Miffy looks sus. He said in the chat that he's like, right, I'm gonna kick. Who do we kick? Who do we kick, guys? Mr. Maldo. Don't know why. I was Mr. Miffy. It was Mr. Miffy. He was causing the issues. Sorry for the first guy we kicked there. Maybe it's always the last car you have to kick. Sorry about that. Execution. Yeah, so someone basically, if someone like lags out to the server, I think it's because they're in Australia. Server was like, Struth. There is no. I don't think I'll. Maybe I'll do a hot air balloon once for the experience, but hot air balloons terrify me. I had a friend that had a hot air balloon in the garage. I never saw him fly it. They just had. I just went in the garage and had a hot air balloon in it, like the basket. They're the basket there, and then the stuff's all out in bags stored away. You always see hot air balloon disasters. It's like hot air balloon crashing into power cables or hot air balloon. It's always out of control. I mean, it's out of control by default. That seems like a bit of a design flaw to me. Surely the default condition of your vehicle should be in control. Maybe hot air balloonists are just very chill people. So they're like, oh, it'll be fine. If you're like really religious and you're like, oh, it's in God's hands. Maybe it's okay. Well, that's the thing. You burn to death and then splat on the ground. At least your corpse is nice and crispy before you impact. Maybe it's just a good way of cooking people, isn't it? You get cooked in the air and then scattered so all the wildlife can eat you. Good form of population control. Get everyone in hot air balloons. Oh, cold tyres, guys. Although I don't think they were because we've got blankies on them. Well, I mean, ow, my neck's cramping. My stream quality is always very low. It should be 1080p, 60. It might not be the best. Because if I stream at higher quality, there's delay. I don't know what that Logitech G-Hub bug is. That's what you get for having stupid custom software. Good job, Logitech. Hello, Dirge. How's it going, man? Hello, Magilla SimRacing. Got the Aussies on here. Just almost punted him off there. Matt G'day. Matt G'day. I'm sure that's his real name. Yeah, I know. I would rather stream with that, but then it's like a 10-second delay, which is kind of irritating for chatting with people. it's like talking on satellite phone, especially when a heated debate gets started. You know. Try and thread it up the old inside there. What are my impressions? I don't know. Is this titled? Have I titled this first impressions? I've already given them, so I can't give you my impressions anymore because they'll be second impressions. Back is killing me. Why is your back killing you? Oh, it's Lawrence. Hello, man. It's our favourite Irishman. The only Irishman I know. The only Irishman in SimRacing that I'm aware of. There's probably more, but I'm a bit out of touch with Irish sim racing, I'm afraid. Oh, bit of a bop from him. Do an impression of a race winner. I can't do that. Oh, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying. Oh, come on. That's the grip of a Formula V. Someone should make a hot air balloon racing simulator. Surely there's a hot air balloon mod in Microsoft Flight Sim. We could have a multiplayer hot air balloon race around the world. Did it take like a month to fly a hot air balloon around the world? That'd be like the most boring race. The most boring race in the history of races. Whoa! I can turn the car up and the music down. Oh. So I wonder why the cars are so bouncy in AMS2. I wonder what causes the suspension to be like that. Because it is weird, isn't it? Like, of all things, it's weird for a sim to have very bouncy suspension. No, I do have racing gloves, I'm just not wearing them because it's a bit warm. Oh, he's got to give the kids breakfast. Alright, Lawrence, thanks for popping in. Make sure to put extra lead in the breakfast. The dumber your children are, the less demanding they'll be. Keeps them quieter when you lock them in the cupboard. The suspension is bouncy. Like the camera movement will make it look bouncy as well, but genuinely, like, you can feel it through the force feedback. It is like more bouncy. I put Lock to Horizon on because it makes it more comfortable. Project Cars 2 was the same. It's more bouncy. Exactly. But I don't know why. It's like a weird quirk of the Madness engine. Weirdly, Project Cars 2 feels great on a motion rig. In this car as well, actually. I see it, Danny's die-cast disasters. My hands are effectively fireproof gloves. Baker, it's not. It's every single track in. It's AMS2 and Project Cars 2 have very bouncy suspension. Who knows? I don't know, Buttons. I have a little bit of a problem in my basement of power sockets. I'm kind of almost at load of, like, you know, you can only per like power strip in the UK you can draw, I think it's 3,000 watts or so before it trips. I think it's about 3,000. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 3,000 watts per line, per fuse that they have, you know, to stop you from getting electrocuted. I only have a certain number of sockets in my basement in certain positions coming off one line, so it's a little bit annoying. So if I have a motion rig, it's not a huge amount of power from a motion rig, but it's enough to push it over. Unless I might have to move stuff around or get some extension stuff. Run it through the ceiling. So... it's very slippy. Oh, he's technically going to plough me. What a ploughman. Got away with it though. Nice collision. I can't unplug stuff. Got lights, monitors, computers, wheels. Cable driven. Yeah, need a warehouse. If you Google giant motion rig on cables, there's a video of this of a full warehouse G simulator motion rig. You might as well get AMS2 instead of Project Cars 2. AMS2 is basically like Project Cars 3. Nice one, Buttons. Yeah, well, the Madness engine is... Oh, I won! Madness engine's well programmed for like graphics to performance. It's good game engine. Good graphics engine. Ooh, so as a result, you benefit in VR as well. Like, you know, you've got like soft shadows and dynamic lights. I think it's only got like single lights. So you've got like headlights of the cars. You've got like nice distance fog, sparks, and nice reflections and things. You know, it's got a lot of the features that you get from Unreal Engine. The shaders aren't quite as advanced, but it looks sharp and it runs well, so, you know, that's what matters. Wow, well done, Miffy and Spoon Doolix. Top 3 there, myself at the top. Matt in 4th, Ollie in 5th. I might make a new lobby so more people can join in here. Happy with 4, nice one. Good drive. Oh, we've got more people in here already. Can change car. I'm going to do the Formula V. They've got Formula V in this. There we go. We can do a comparison between this and the iRacing one. Hello, David Burgo. Oh! Ah, that's well good. Ah, well good. Ah, best update ever. I've been asking for this for like a year. They finally fixed that. Enjoy the menu. Oh god, the developer's done something good. Oh, can you believe it? Oh dear. Enjoy it, guys, enjoy it. Oh Christ. You don't have to quit the server to change your like class and other stuff. Yeah, because it was in Project Cars 2, so they just hadn't linked it up. It's just very handy. Yeah, the multiplayer is a bit dead. There's only like 200 people playing AMS2 at any one point in time. So it's getting more popular slowly, and you know they're doing a good job on it. But the so yeah, you're not going to find random online servers that are full that easily. But you can create your own server and fill it with AI and stuff. To be honest, like you wouldn't really get AMS2 for that. Like, if you want to do online lobby racing, like you need ranking for that to work. So you've basically got race room, you've got SimRacing system for AC, and there's a new one, I can't remember which kind, I need to try it out. Race room, it's ranked racing, and iRacing. You can get okay lobby racing in ACC, but the driving's they're very low skilled. Like if I go into your average ACC public server, I will be like consistently within the top 3, so they're obviously shit. So with ACC, you're looking at SimRacing GP and stuff, and it's not. But it might be good if you're a noob though. If you're a noob and you just want to get into it, so ACC might, because quite a lot of people play it. But yeah, with this, it's more like you want to drive random stuff on random tracks, and maybe do AI or AI with a friend, or create a lobby easily. It's a different thing, really. The Top Lion. Oh yeah, sorry if I kicked you. It's because someone was lagging out. I was just kicking people at random, really. Yeah, race room new force match is good, especially if you've got a. Let's try Dono with this car. Okay, there's session settings. Now we can change the time. Ah, beautiful. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, you kind of need to turn the force back up. I've not had a chance to try race room with my G293 yet. T in capital letters, I think, is the password. Hello, Sam.
Sam Moore guitar.
Same old. Well, it's still Automobilista 2, isn't it? I've Bathurst myself to death. I don't want to play Bathurst because we've been doing it on iRacing. Oh, short Donington is the same as long Donington, but without the sticky out bit. Yeah, the cars in this still drive like go-karts. Is the best way to put it. That's the wrong way, mate. guys, Donington's this way. Guys, it's this way. Because it's this way. Wrong way, it's Donington. Oh dear. Well, they know this track. Great start there. I feel safe now. Half the grid doesn't know which way the track goes. Jesus Christ. Hang on, why is my H-pad not working? Let's get that bound up. Whoa, hello. T is the password. Oh dear. Going crazy here. There we go. You'll pass them halfway around. Yeah. Dono chicken racing. Oh no. Where's my it's plugged in. I was pretty sure it's plugged in. Why is this not working? Multiple inputs are detected. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Must have had something pushing. I hope everyone's having a nice Sunday morning. Blessed be. Let's have a Church of Force feedback on the screen here. There it is. Blessed be. Steedy girl. It's nice. It's a nice church, that. It's one of those nice little English village churches. Yeah, so the best way I in my mind to describe the handling in Automobilista 2 is you kind of have to drive the cars as if they were go-karts. So I think they all kind of seem to drive as if they have a rather locked rear diffs on them, which is just like a go-kart. Heavy go-karts. Once you put that in your mind, it seems to be you approach it like that, and it's easier to drive. The old Formula V third, fourth gear. These are like newer ones. I think the ones in iRacing are older, or the less fancy pants Formula Vs. Eager beaver, I'm not really. I just woke up early. Why would you go to church? You're not religious, are you? Don't worry about church. Good thing is, God doesn't exist, so you don't need to feel guilty about it. It's all good. Unless you're like church is really good at doing community stuff and just helping people. If it's less, if your church is less about brainwashing and more about helping, then you're very naughty. But if your church is a cultist indoctrination centre, which a lot of them are, then there's no problem missing it. And this car really rotates on its centre. How does the church force feedback help people? It's more that they're just enlightened. If you understand the importance of force feedback, then it's just a state of enlightenment, basically. It's just you have a better understanding of the universe, communicated through your hands. Yeah, it is a cult, but it's my cult, so it's okay. That's how cults work. As long as it's your own cult, it's fine. So it makes you smug. There's no feeling smug here. Saint Fanatec. It's not just Fanatec. I like Simulcube as well. And yeah. Oh, Kite Racing. Did you try custom force feedback file, Kite? Because that helps a lot. You're religious, but you do your religion from home. Like Avon. Avon religion. Which religion have you gone for? Oh. Bloody hell. Bit abrupt, this car. These tyres are actually really grippy. Exactly. Drink your tea, get on your bunk bed, put the flannel over your forehead. The meteor's coming. Heaven Gate style. That really used to that whole thing like really what's it called? Like I thought I was horrifying. There's something about it that's really, really creepy. Like when it happened as well. It's just really sinister. Yeah, I know what you mean, Kaiti. I think that does depend from car to car. It's weird. I don't know what causes that effect, though. The photos are creepy. Yeah, well, the whole thing is, it's just like, you know, when it's not even the fact that they died or anything. It's the fact that people are willing to believe in something without any real. Do you know what I mean? People just do it. Even worse is the James Jones massacre thing. That's. You should listen. Well, don't listen to the audio tapes of that. But that's messed up. That is so messed up. But that's adults giving their children poison, which is weird. Like, do you know what I mean? That's very. It's amazing. It's good to know that. It's good to be aware of how people would do anything. If there's a lot of people, there's quite a large percentage of people that if you have a charismatic leader, they will do anything. It's the danger of a lack of critical thinking. Yeah, well, it's there's a balance, isn't there? It's like tribalism and stuff. There's obviously an evolutionary benefit to wanting to be part of a little group and then sticking with that group, even if that group's not objectively better or worse than another group. Having a sort of gel to stick in that specific group and defending it has an evolutionary benefit in that you end up with a band of a unit of things all working together. The problem is that then that also creates tribalism and racism and sexism and ismism. So that's the, you know, also if you have a bunch of people that are the problem with tribalism is that it's arbitrary. If it wasn't arbitrary, so if it was like, oh, people were tribalist because something is objectively good, so like if people were tribalist around environmental protectionism, well, then it wouldn't be a problem, would it? But I say the problem is tribalism is arbitrary, so it works. So this is the problem. Like, humans have evolved effectively to work very well in societies of about 80 to 250 humans maximum. So you end up with a lot of problems when humans operate outside of that construct. And the only way to fight against that is through education, critical thinking, and, you know. But then, yeah. Critical thinking's a myth? What do you mean by that, Sarah? What do you mean by that? You have to, like, define that. Here we go. I work my best when I'm on my own. Yeah, I like being on my own a lot of the time. It's weird. Like, I like being around people as well, but I also like being on my own. Like, I quite often like just the idea of being in the wilderness. Proper wilderness, where you could die and no one would find your body for at least a decade. Like that guy that died in the bus. Although he was an idiot, but still. You what, mate? Mate, you what? Woo! I quite like these Formula V's, you know. Fun in iRacing. It's great to work with a good crew. Yeah, if you can work with a team of people that are good, it's awesome. But as anyone that's ever done like a school project or been in a business where you've been forced to work with numpties, working in a team of people that are idiots is terrible. Hello, Christopher with all the wood. Lumberjack Christopher. That's why a lot of people like the army. Hello, Sean Hunty. Well, the army thing's weird, isn't it? Like, I definitely think... So, yeah, no, it could be quite nice if something's got a very good, strong structure to it. So even if what you're doing is shit, if something's got a good structure and everyone's on the same page, that has a lot of power behind it. So it's all very good as long as the commander of that regimented structure is not a moron. So, you know, in theory, you could be like, armies could be used for, like, so much useful stuff. Like, you know, when there's, like, a natural disaster, and you can send the army in, you know, they've got procedure for rescuing everyone, and they're all, you know, all the equipment is all working. It's, you know, it's amazing. But then if you get that army to go and fight pointless wars, it's like, well, you're a pawn in it, you're a cog in a death machine. So, yeah. Hello, random call sign. I'm not streaming. This is an illusion. 27 or 32 inch for SimRacing. What's the standard? There is no standard. Just buy whatever you can afford easily and enjoy it. I started SimRacing on 17 inch monitors. But yeah, I really like these. For me, I like this 35 inch wide monitor. Is a really good compromise for price and performance, and looks good. Yeah, well, that whole army thing seems to be very... Some people really work well in the army and get a lot from it, and some people it's really bad for them. It probably totally depends what you do in the army as well. I've seen sort of both sides of the like the UK army. I've seen like some of the really beneficial sides of it, where people that would have been useless ended up joining like the TA and stuff, or what's the thing before, the cadets, and then end up doing army stuff, and they end up getting a lot from it. And then some people go into it and it ruins them. I mean, you can't know if your friend's if it's gonna be you or your friend that gets a leg blown off by an IED, you know. So there's so many, and also it's such a big. I mean, even the UK army is quite big, so it's going to depend which regiment you're in, where you're at, what you're doing in the army. It's, you know, it's a hard thing to just distill into a single thought. Why are we talking about armies? Would the UK getting invaded by other country be pointless war for you? Like, no defence, take our land? I'm not against having an army. I don't know if that's what you thought I said. I'm not against armies necessarily. It's what you do with them. I'm actually in some senses I'm actually pro like having a what's it called, where you have to serve in the army. What's that called? Is it conscription? Why would anyone invade the UK? What are you going to take? Have our reign! Compulsory service, yeah. Did I serve in the army? No. I had a few friends that did. Well done, Captain Condescending, Matt. Good day. Let's see if we go to the next session here. Oh, there we go. It did. Yeah, I think there are. I think even if you rebel against it and don't like it, I think there is definitely a benefit of being in that sort of a regimented type structure for a limited amount of time, either for someone that would really enjoy it or for someone that would absolutely hate it. as a thing to go through. And I'd also, like, you don't necessarily want those people. It wouldn't be that you force those people to have to fight as well. It'd be more like they get into the structure of it, and so they're aware of it as well, so that you're more politically engaged in terms of if a country's going to go to war. You're like, well, hang on a minute, that means anyone could go, so we actually have to vote properly. Here we go. I'm not 100% proud. I'm not necessarily saying, oh, that's something I want the country to do. I'm just saying I can see the benefits of it. Yeah, well, that's that. From my understanding, like Scandinavian countries that have compulsory service, you can have things where, like, so I'm quite a pacifist myself, so I really don't want to be shooting at people directly, at least. So you know, you can choose to do stuff with like fire service or more community support things or what have you. It's more just like a structural thing, I think. Yeah, well, the military screaming thing seems to vary from. That varies from military to military in different... That's not universal. I think that's getting less now as well, actually. I think there's reasonable evidence to suggest that shouting at soldiers doesn't necessarily get the results. I think it's still used for, like, your rookie soldiers and stuff, but... I don't know. I'm not that up to date on contemporary military training. Oh yeah, I'm not, Jeff. What I'm saying is I wouldn't want to go out of my way to put myself in a position where I'm directly, you know, the pointy end of the murder tool. But yeah, no. If someone threatens me for no reason, I'm, you know. If there was a non-violent way out of it, that's what I'd go for. But if there wasn't, then, well, you know. This guy's got a light, like a rain light on. The other guy doesn't. I like these cars. I like how they look. A bit silly, but quite like that. Contemporary military training. 2732 VA. Whoa! You can't really distill modern monitors down to like the panel type anymore. So what you need to do is you just have to go by each monitor, because you get some VA and some IPS and some whatever panels that are, in many ways, they're all as good as each other, but in different ways. It's not necessarily because of the panel technology. There was, a few years back, it was the case that the panel technology would be like, well, that's what you get if you're an FPS gamer. That's what you get if you're a photo editor. It's unfortunately, or fortunately, it's not as simple anymore. Just have to check out for the monitors you're getting. Just look at the reviews for the specific monitors that look interesting to you. But I'm using Asus ROG Strix 35-inch ultra wide here, which is good. For racing simulators, you're probably the wider is probably better because it gives you more visibility. But you know, I mean, for racing simulators, VR is, if you're going to be sim racing for less than 3 hours a day. Oh, it's my mouse. Great. If you're going to be sim racing for less than 3 hours a day, VR headset literally puts you in the car. It's the only thing that puts you in the car. The thing with triple screen is it's a pain in the arse a lot of the time, and you use up all your graphics ports just for your sim rig. So that's the issue with triple screen. I've had triple screen setups for multiple years and I just got annoyed with it. I prefer just having this one 35-inch ultra wide. It does the job. Like with a bar, like a huge triple screen setups with it set up in a very specific way, you can't see outside like your side that well anyway. So, and in this sort of if you've got like Heli Corsa, which is in a lot of the Sims now, you can see where the other cars are coming and you just snap look anyway. So but yeah, like the giant triple screen with it either side, if you don't like VR, can be a good option. And if you've got a dedicated SimRacing PC. Well, you don't get as hot in VR as you do in a real bloody car. So I've used Quest 2 not recently, but last time they updated it I used it for SimRacing. It was alright, yeah. But then again, you have to get into the Facebook ecosystem, which can be a bit of a... That's for 360 degrees in Jafaz. Ultimate triple screen in the bum. Wow, Jack, you need to just get practice with your tea drinking. You should be able to drink cups of tea with your eyes closed. Oh, we've got one lap left. I'm trying to close in on Matt G'day. Your weird eyes. My eyes are like snail eyes on stalks. Actually, that'd be handy for VR. That's a weird thing, actually. Our snail's eyes don't really work like... They work more like light sensors, don't they? They don't have lenses. You say, because snails' eyes are independent. So, you know, in your brain, your eyes, 3D and stuff, requires your eyes to always be the same distance apart. Like, you'll notice if you've ever, like, pulled your eye out of your socket, or if you can move your eyes independently, you'll notice that it causes, you can't see 3D properly. Like, your brain goes funny. So snails with their eyes all over the place. I mean, God knows what's going on for spiders with their eyes. I think spiders actually do have eyes. Although with spiders, don't they still only have two eyes. I think most of them are not actual eyes, but they're eyes, but they're not, you know, they don't have lenses and things. I've had my eye come out of its socket a little bit. Don't recommend. Slugs have 4 noses. Oh! Oh, come on, cheat him away to victory. Oh, nearly. Matt G'day got us. I even cheated and I couldn't get him. That's good driving. Yeah, these cars are alright. They're a lot more binary than the iRacing was. So they've got a lot more initial grip. And they're like they're very pokey. But then when they slide, they slide. I wasn't really absolutely pushing on the limit there. I think the brakes in AMS2 are really unforgiving. If you remove a snail shell, they go slower and oh, Jesus Christ. If I read that. Why did I even read that? I'd like a refund on that reading. Absolutely ruined me with that. Guys, look, we've got quite a few people watching, and how many people click the like button? Hardly any. It's just typical, isn't it? Absolutely typical. If I say this, you'll click it. We're already an hour in. We missed 100 likes per hour. Ow, please don't do that. TVDG. The V in MS2 is Super V. No, they've got both of them. Turge. This is the Formula V. They've got. Oh, you're saying this is different as well? Oh, that would explain why it's got the more market dash. I get you. This is like the more expensive, the more expensive V. You can click dislike if you want. Well done, Captain Condescending, Matt G'day, myself, Rear McRick Helmet, Grettenson, Mocky S, TVDG. Well, let's try the other V. Oh, okay. It's more the tyres rather than the horsepower. The grip envelope differences. As I said, it looked like the cockpit was more upmarket than the iRacing one. Oh, it's exactly the same. Oh, yeah, it is. It's just... Well, that's worth it. That would probably cost an extra grand for the additional bodywork. It's literally the same car. It's like the most pointless. I mean, it's like it's trying to be. It's like it's trying to be a Formula 1 car. That'd be an extra grand, please, for that bit of bodywork. Oh, it's so aggressive. Well, we'll do another race with that. Let's do Brands Hatch with that. Could be fun. See, this is the thing with MS2 that's nice, is you can just jump in and go. And now you can change the session settings like a speedy gazelle. Emotional. Let's start in the morning. Let's hope it's sunny. Is that today's date? What are we on today? I don't know how do numbers work. We're not on the 11th. It's not the 11th already, is it? No. It's like the 4th or something. Why has it picked the 11th? It is the 4th, yeah. Hang on. Is that Independence Day? Or is that is it Independence Day? Is that the 4th of July? God damn Americans. I should have made a comment taking the piss out of them. The thumbnail should have been an American flag burning or something. Ah, oh, dear. What a sad day, guys. What a terrible day for the Brits. Hey, J Vander G. I mean, they got their independence, and then they went and had the biggest in the 18. When was the Civil War? Was it 1830s? The Civil War. I think it was 1830s, wasn't it? My neighbour sounded like Fallujah. Yeah, I mean, they win the country off the redcoats. I'm not on about World War II. I'm on about the Civil War in America. So many people died in that. 1860s? Okay, where's my phone? I haven't got ice on my desk. Someone Google Civil War. Did more people die in the Civil War than the War of Independence? The War of Independence, the Brits were like, look, let's pretend that we're fighting. Let's pretend they can have it, but we'll make it look legit. Oh, that's how it worked. We didn't want to be associated with those swines that throw tea in the water. You can't throw tea in the water and get away with it. It's disgusting. Yeah, look at the death numbers for the American Civil War. It's insane. I was watching some documentaries on it because I realised I didn't know anything about it. Absolutely mental. You're from Boston. Wow, you're not welcome here. Bloody Americans. There. With their nuclear bombs and planes. It's weird that, isn't it? You have these like... You have all these big wars and all these people die, and then 100 years later, it's like, well, they're going to have another war over something else. Jelly, the problem with that is you don't have Lock to Horizon. So the reason we have Lock to Horizon on is because it gives me less eye strain. And well, with this on, like with that, how this is here is actually less bouncy. The car bonnet will look like it's moving, but the camera's bouncing less. Oh dear, 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 dear. At least us Aussies are proud. How many... how true is that Australian-British convict thing? I mean, because in the past as well, people would all... yeah, Jelly, you can, but it adds like a weird delay. It's like weird smoothing between the movements, so it makes it worse for people like me that get motion sickness from it. Yeah, in the past, people would like commit a crime in one country. It's like the different state thing. And then you could move to a different country. And as long as that new country didn't find out... I mean, there wasn't exactly the resource. It's like they couldn't put you on a plane because they didn't have planes. So it's like they didn't really have... And who would want to take you in a carriage all the way back? You can't do that anymore. If you commit a crime now, you're done. You're an international criminal, whatever you do. I mean, you rob a few carriages, you murder some rich people, and you can't do anything. It's ridiculous. Yeah, well, those were just angry iRacing Australians without a sense of humour. Exactly, subspace. I mean, you know. One of the advantages, Lock to Horizon, it's just whatever you like with your view, whatever you find more or less comfortable. The thing is, back in the past with the whole convict thing, is it was a lot of people. A lot of the time, it'd be like someone just stealing some bread or something. It wasn't like they were actual. You know, they weren't like crazy murderers. They were literally just hungry people. I don't know if it was like early America though, where you probably die. Well, first of all, you probably die on the boat trip over, and then when you get there, there's like all those diseases going around. Hello, Jelly Bantiger. Yeah, I think life was pretty bad back in the sort of... Well, like always, isn't it? It's like if you're in that top 30% wealth bracket, then life is probably alright. But if you're not in that, your life would have been terrible. Maybe Ian, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how it worked. I don't, because like in early Americas with the settlers, they were like, well, look, if you colonize this part, we'll give you money and land. You know, you get to keep whatever land you put your flag on. I don't know if it worked like that with Australia. What's the big news? I don't think there is any. You can change your event settings in the multiplayer screen, which is nice. You can touch the grass and do a 360 no scope with high force feedback that then breaks your wrist. That's always fun. Oh. So one thing I don't like about Formula rims on DD wheels, if you like let go of them with the strong force feedback, it smacks you in your wrist. Well, we used to have okay, only 4 gears. We used to have prison hulks, which were basically prisons on a boat, and they used to put them on rivers. I guess people couldn't swim back then as well, so they were like, well, we put you, if you put the boat on a river, keeps them away from everyone, and they can't get away because it's on water if they can't swim. So I mean, maybe they just drag some of them over to Australia. Who are those guys with the feathers on their heads? It's alright, we'll just claim this as our own land, it's fine. Well, you know, also you get those prison ships would sometimes catch on fire, but I get the impression that it wasn't necessarily accidental. They were like, right, we've got a boat full of prisoners here, this is costing the state money to maintain. What if it was to accidentally catch on fire and they were all to burn to death? That will save us some money, won't it? Whoops, there goes another one. Wow, they seem very flammable, these boats. Do I have a flag now? The national flag of Game of Muscle would be a blue flag. Let all the faster drivers pass. Oh, we're bringing the lawnmower home here. Well, the yellow flag's for other people, not for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm all right if my yellow flag's good if you're not the one that's crashed. Hello, SimRacing Wales. I always feel with these Formula V's that the gearing is always in between what you want. It's like 3rd and 4th gear are never quite right. Like whatever track, whatever it is, they're all in all the sims. It's like you always feel like you're slightly in the wrong gear. They need to have 5 gears and then divide 3rd and 4th between each other, and then you smooth it out. Burnham! It's a witch! Oh, we're in 7th place here for quali. It's not too bad. We can definitely do a lot better. Would help if the speedo was not blocked by the steering wheel. I guess I'm sat too high. Even then, that's a bit of a silly place for a speedo, isn't it? But put it in the middle, higher up or something like... I guess he's not allowed to be there. It's got to be below the roll cage. Oh, Jesus. Well pokey on the brake. It's like the worst speedo place. We got the water temperature though. That's good to know. You want to have the water temperature in the prominent position. Well, why bother? Like, why bother having the speedo? I mean, I'd rather have a Delta. If you're gonna have like a digital display, I'd rather have a Delta in the cockpit. Like, why is the water like? Why do we have the water right in the middle? We do not need to know the water temperature. I mean, maybe it's so you know when your tea's ready, so I guess that is fairly important. You can see where your water's boiling. So, you know. It's not a British car, is it? Get rid of your in-game wheel. Oh, that is an idea, yeah. Good idea. Yeah, I might do that. Exponential bet. He's going to run out of money very soon if he keeps doing that. Yeah, let's get rid of the in-game wheel. Look at that. Save myself there. Can we do that in this game? Whilst it's in, I think you could. You might have to turn it off. Oh, you have to turn it off when you're not in a session. Oh, remind me after this race. Oh,
Leonard G, ultimate AMS2 fanboy. Famed anti-vax AMS2 fanboy in the server.
It's nice that he's racing with us though. TVDG. Nice. The VW Beetle engine is very reliable. Is that what this has got in it? The biscuit. Ooh. Hello, Patrick. Oh. Oh, you can tweak the gear ratios on this one. But garlic bread? It's only 10 AM. What are you having garlic bread for? Ah, see, Golden R. I'm not exactly Sherlock Holmes here. I can't connect the dots. Sherlock Bold Domes. Favourite bread? I really like sourdough. Oh, I haven't seen that. What was my reaction to being recorded? I haven't seen it. I watched some of Jimmy's video. Must have skipped past that bit. I'll watch it. I don't even know what people are filming. Ah, Domino's. I don't like Domino's. Papa John's is way better, but they're all terrible compared to a proper Italian restaurant pizza. 6.45. PM? Or AM? I'm confused. You look like a robber trying to hide yourself. I don't know. I was really weird when you go to anything like that with loads of YouTubers. Everyone's got a bloody camera. It's very strange, a bunch of YouTubers in one place, I have to say. Because you have to be, like, YouTubers are weirdos. I mean, I say that, like, as a weirdo myself. So it's just very weird. YouTuber events. It was like that when I went to that weird thing in Germany for that MMO game. Raw McRip Helmet, Captain Condescending Snippo. Top 3 there. Yeah, the whole YouTube thing's very weird. Looking left and right frantically. That's just how I look. That's just what I do normally. Why can I understand Game Russell perfectly but not other British people? I mean, I don't know. I probably the opposite for most people. Here we go. Right. I think I'll be happy if I'm finishing 7th. That'd be a classic result. Pork joint. Can we have a vote in chat, guys? Papa John's or Domino's? And if you type Domino's, you're an idiot. The type of people that prefer Domino's over Papa John's prefer ACC force feedback over AC. I have a Midlands accent, so I have as middle of England accent as possible. James Andrew, how's it going, man? Never tried a Papa John's. Do they not have the, I don't think they have them in north. Well, they never used to have them up north. They're more of a southern thing, I think. London and what have you. Maybe they do now. They didn't used to. Asda pizzas are shit. Oh, I didn't swear. I said ship. Asda pizzas are terrible. Absolutely awful. Their bases are disgusting. It's like a loaf of bread with some cheese on top. Okay. Oh, look at the cameraman. Here we go. Whoops. Did a bit of a block there. I'll put the car in the wrong gear. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, guys. Why did you pump me? Oh, Jesus Christ. God damn it. I got punted there. Pro tip, guys. If a car's slow, you have to, like, slow down yourself a little bit. Like, rather than driving into them. Just a little... Yeah, I blocked the other guy, but he slowed off. He wasn't a problem. Someone else behind was not paying attention, just drove into us. It's alright there, we'll catch back up. I forgot which gear I was in. Hello, William SimRacer. Nah, damage on doesn't stop people from driving badly at all. That's like a weird sim racing myth. Oh god, grass is slippy. Yeah, all having damage on means is that when there is an accident, you just get punished. So if someone accidentally crashes into you, it ruins your race over. but it really does not make people drive better at all. Voice, exactly. Voice chat in iRacing is where it's at. You don't really need force feedback in pedals. If you're driving a real car, you do not really use the feel of the pedals to drive at all. So there's this, if you're driving like a 90s truck, sure, or like a road car, sure, but in a race car, the pedals, how the pedals feel doesn't matter, because you use the G forces to know how much to push the pedals. From my experience, all real cars I've driven, the pedals feel worse than driving simulator pedals, but it doesn't matter. Because you're not breaking off what the pedal pushes back, you're breaking off the G forces. With sim pedals, you're braking based off a little bit of the force feedback through the steering wheel, but also how your pedal feels. Yeah, but if you're driving a car quickly, you're not feeling the bite point because you're just changing gear quickly. So you'll literally just push the clutch and then you push the change gear. Yeah, and if you want that kind of ABS vibration, you can get that by just putting tactile transducers on your pedals, like what I've got there on the back of them. They vibrate when the wheels lock up. So there you go. That's the truth about force feedback pedals. Great story. We'll put it in a book. Okay, we're going moving back up here. Hello, Matt Bong. Yeah, you could have a. So all you'd need in a stick shift, Frex make one of these, is they connect the clutch pedal with a hydraulic cable to the shifter, so that you can only shift when you've pushed the clutch down. That's all you'd need, so you can't accidentally miss shift. But again, in a real car, you know, once you know how to shift, if you're pushing the clutch, you're putting the car in gear. It's not. If you're not getting the car in gear, you're doing something pretty wrong, you know. It's this weird. It's a weird obsession that a lot of like newer sim racers seem to have, or people that don't. I mean, I guess haven't driven anything fast or whatever, or maybe they're probably applying road car experience to racing where it doesn't really apply. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, well, the non-linear clutch thing doesn't really work either on sim pedals. Like, you can have it, and so you set up the game so that... Oh, 4 gears. So that you can feel when it's safe to shift. But again, you're normally pushing a clutch down to the point where it almost bottoms out anyway. If you're shifting quickly, you're just going blap, blap. You're not going, ooh, well, feel it out. So it's actually, rather than having a non-linear clutch thing, it's easier in a way to just have it so that you push the clutch and when it bottoms out, you change gear. And then you could set that bottom out point sooner. AB. Yeah, where if someone's misshifting in a driving simulator, the best thing to do is to make the clutch axis a lot more sensitive. That way, when you shift as you would in a real car, you don't have to push it all the way down, and you will have enough clutch for you to go into gear. back on the tail here. Oh, that's so dumb. I try to take that corner tighter, but then the car doesn't want to keep turning. It just wants to run wide. And then if you put like a fraction of a tire on the grass, it insta 360s. What? What are they doing? Final lap here, they've just murdered each other. Morning, Dave Co. The back of these, I think the back wheels stick out more than the front wheels on this car. So you have to watch out, especially when you're near other vehicles. Get yourself caught in a tangle. Tangle mangle. Stuart Marshall, hello. Our beautiful 7th place is just in front of us. Not enough grip. This car has... Oh, there it is, 7th place. Merry Christmas. This car has tons and tons of grip, and then it doesn't. it's like grip, grip, grip. We got all the grip in the... Ah, no. No, you ain't got no grip, mate. This is the Formula V. It's got grooved tyres on it, though. Or sort of semi-grooved, I guess. Yeah, these are high quality goggles. Oh no, they're not. I don't know what sort of race tyres these would be described as. What's going on when you go... What's this about? What's going on with the rear suspension? Look, why is my... What on earth? Is that meant to be reflecting the rear suspension bouncing or something? Womp, 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 womp. What on earth is that? What the bouncy's going on? I think that is the rear suspension. Oh, I don't know. Do I have pneumatic springs? Yeah, I don't know. We modded the car up. Well done, TVDG, Sneppo, Leonard G. Top 3, guys. Right. Went off in first place. Kicks himself. We need to change car here. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, that Formula V. It's like, as I said, it's quite grippy, and then the grip disappears. It's quite binary. Is there new DLC? I'm not sure. What should we go for? Pickup truck. Egg-shaped tyres. Hello, Todd K. The cruise stock car is a beast. I'll do a bit of GT4 here. Okay, can't go wrong with GT4 in AMS2. Bit of a Nürburgring classic. Hello, Bob LeBow. 2 minutes behind on the stream. Oh, that's all right. Now you're back. Now you're in the future. Back to the future. Okay, there we go. I think people, yeah, anyone can pick whatever GT4 car they want. If there's space on the server, you should be able to join. Oh, it's foggy. Hello, Zico Nileth. All right, Matthew Allen. Can you send me a slice of pizza? He had lights on. Cheesy crust. Hello, helicopter landing. The shadow looks cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of content in that. You have to, for the well, I think they should. From a business perspective, they would, if they want to sell more copies, then it needs to be cheaper. But you know, it's a hard sell because from the player's perspective, it's like, hang on a minute, it's Project Cars 2 with more content. From their perspective, they've obviously, you know, it's their own car to put their own work into it. So. It's nice with this sun. Oh, hello. Yeah, with iRacing and Race Room, you're basically, from my perspective, it's more that you're paying for the ranked multiplayer. I think sim devs will start to get, are starting to realise the value to the player is more like the ranked online systems rather than the actual content. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want the experience of, if you're playing a sim for the experience of driving a car, like you're like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to drive X car in real life. Well, nothing compares to the original Assetto Corsa, so unless a driving simulator has better physics than the original Assetto Corsa, which has cars as free mods, it's like, well, you can't compete with that. Like, well, unless they did do a sim that had better physics, but you know what I mean? Like, so really, the value of iRacing and Race Room is the ranked racing and just being able to get into a race, because that's not in AC, or the value for Automobilista 2 is probably like the package of it. It looks nice in VR, and it's got tracks and content that aren't in other sims. It's a bit like the content's a bit over the place. They have fleshed out some of the stuff. The physics in AMS2 are all over the place as well. I mean, like, everything drives as if it's a go-kart, so. But it is a nice package. Whoa! They still, the rear diff's totally knackered on pretty much every vehicle. But I think they think it's fine, so I don't know if it's, I don't think it'll change. That's SimRacing. Just have to drive all the sims as what they are. Yeah, Reza keep doing loads of updates though. You know, they power out the updates on it. It's really good. Password is T. Yeah, I mean, personally, the reason why I would get Race Room is just for the ranked racing online and the way the netcode works. It allows for really good close online racing. Phil, you can hide the wheel. I forgot to do it, actually. You just have to do it when you're not in the session. The safety rating stuff doesn't work in ACC. I don't know why they bother putting it in. But yeah, ACC is a nice package, but then it has absolutely terrible force feedback. And I know, you see, the physics in ACC seem realistic but very bland. But I think that's probably because the force feedback's so bad. That's not my view of ACC. I just find it really boring to drive. Bloody hell. Something's going on here. T in capital letters is a password. I'm trying to get this sorted out here. Oh no, I sped in the pit lane. Naughty. Just wait, people lose it on the throttle. Well, I like fried egg. Why not? Hello, Heiko Schurman SimRacing. Well, yeah, if you don't care about force feedback as well. Sun's always purple in the UK. It's all right, Matt. .5 minutes left here. Slow down. It's not really changed that much. The force feedback's alright in AMS2, to be honest. Like if you use the rFactor files, I think the main thing that causes its weird handling is the bouncy suspension and the diff being effectively driving as if the cars have locked diff on them. So unless they change that, then I don't think. I think it'll keep driving how it drives, with it being a bit abrupt. If you can drive around that, then you'll enjoy it. You can bear driving it anymore. It certainly has its own way of being driven. It has its own technique. Yeah, we've got it's got quite a good range of cars. Not really leg laugh. You just have to ride the brake for longer. Use the brake to turn the car in. Sam Popel, yeah, that's, as I say, that's what I mean about them driving like go-karts with like a locked diff. So you have to get on the brakes and then you get onto the tyres. So you're slipping the tyres to turn the car in, as opposed to the wheels rotating independently. That's how it comes across to me in AMS2. So you're not like rotating from the wheels moving independent. You really have to get on the tyres, so you brake more aggressive and you ride the brake. It's how you drive a go-kart. It's how you drive a go-kart. As long as you drive it like that, then it makes sense. I always found the default setups in ACC, like the aggressive defaults, to be fine. One of the things about ACC is it's a nice simple package. Like there's not is GT3 cars. It's not like a Formula car where there's 1,000 options. Sarah, yeah, I think so. And you won't like it, Shumi. You only like Assetto Corsa. Why do you even bother asking? Oh, weirdly, the go-karts, last time we drove them, aren't very good in this. They're really good in the first Automobilista. The go-karts are amazing. The go-karts in R-Factor 2 are atrocious as well. Oh dear. Kart Racer Pro, whatever it's called, by Pig Boss is really good. We could try the rental karts. We could do a comparison. I think we tried the shifter kart last time. But they were amazing. In AMS1, the go-karts were like really, really, really good. Yeah, I don't know about Kartcraft because they keep changing it so much. It's hard to bloody keep up, like... And sometimes it's been alright and other times it's been mental, so... Bloody hell. The career mode, single player career mode can be quite good in this. It's a thing to sort of, you know, just a bunch of races. Oh, is he? Hello. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not too fussed about that sort of weird progression stuff. I'm all about multiplayer racing. My problem is that I'm sitting right between the two setups. I must do something to the setup. Eh? You just drive better. Just drive better. If your setup's too like ACC, the cars are so planted, but there's no force feedback for you to really be subtle with it. I don't know. I just don't talk about ACC. The game upsets me. What's changed here? We've got some new menu options and some new trees. I don't know. ACC is absurd. Literally the least immersive game to play. Good sound, I guess. Even the sound's overdone. Leonard G with a laser stonk. Gretson second. Rip Howard third. Be nice if more people complained about ACC force feedback, so that Kunos were like, "Oh yeah, hang on, we have made a, we've ruined a game." I don't think it'll happen though. Too many people are happy with it. ACC is fun even with silly force feedback. No, terrible. It's awful. Random is back again. ACC is the most overrated sim. But they need to, wow, you know, No lies detected. Hello, John Proctor. It's a good... ACC is a really good example of how there must be a good proportion of drivers that don't care about having a range of force feedback forces. Like, it shows you how few people use force feedback to drive from. Like, there's literally no range to it. It's like, how do you get them? I think people get locked onto like the rear corrective aspect of force feedback because that is very handy. And if you're new to sim racing, that does stop you from losing control of the car and spinning. So you'd latch onto that as being like, oh, that's good force feedback because it's stopping you from crashing. But once you get past that and you're like, right, you know, you use the force feedback as a way to gauge how fast you can go, it absolutely kills you when a sim doesn't have much range to it. I have tried AMS2 in VR. Oh, I'm sorry. The car would not slow down. I'll give him a bump draft, it's fine. Yeah, people latch on to the vibrations of force feedback as if that's the most important. You know, they're like, oh, I can feel the road. It's such good force feedback. It's like, no, that's not really... I mean, it's not bad, but it's not really the main point. Yeah, Captain Condescending, you don't drive a car through the steering wheel's force feedback. You drive it through the G-forces in your body. So... Well, you say that to your dog, but Race Room's new force feedback is pretty good. Gives you a really nice range of force feedback. AMS2 force feedback gives you a nice range of information. You know? I'm not the biggest fan of AMS2 physics, but the force feedback does tell you what the physics are doing, so... You know. It's bizarre with ACC. It like literally has no depth to it. It's rear end, left and right tug for the rear of the car to keep it in line, and like almost as if it's like a 90% constant force tug. And then if you're driving, if you go over the fronts too much, it just immediate fall off. Again, just drops from like 90% strength to 80% strength. It's like, oh, that's it. And then and then bumps and stuff for the track texture, and a little bit of changing force feedback for when the suspension loads up. But no, like, you can't feel the shape of the tyres gradually, or, you know, it's mental. It's absolutely mental. R Factor 2, AMS 2, Race Room, AC1, Live for Speed. You name it. They all give way more detail through the force feedback. As I always say, I think the way a good way to notice, a good way to spot when a driving simulator is probably effed up in some way, is when you have one sim. Either it's not effed up and it's the only sim that's perfect, but typically if you have a driving simulator that does one thing, it's got one thing in it that's completely different to every other driving simulator, it means either they've done something amazing that no other simulator's done and they've elevated things to a new level, or they've messed something up. So, and you know, with me being a pessimist at times and slightly cynical, generally it's because the developer has messed something up, or, you know, game development is difficult. So it's not really the game developers messed up. It could be like a quirk of the game engine. Could be that something's been missed. Could be just bad design. You know, whatever. Ooh, come on. Well, as I say in AMS2, I think the rear diff has some like weirdo. It drives as if the rear diff is mostly locked with the cars. And I think that's what makes it largely pokey. New line. That was perfectly legal. Ooh. We get a podium here. Nice driving by these guys. Gretchen. Leonard G. Driving off into the sunset. He's played too much of this. Yeah, it's weird, Sarah. Like, oh, he's gone wide. Race room, get it? Oh! Last place, Larry is in second place. It's a lie. This guy's too good. Exactly. Ugh. This car's mental. It's like I'm driving a monster truck. Yeah. We could go over to AC in a bit, I guess. I've got a bit of a bloody headache again. I'm going to hit my forehead with a plank of wood. Oh, final lap here. Come on. Is Izzy able to make servers? I haven't tried the Formula V. We should do that. That's a good idea. Because we've driven it in this. Unfortunately, the Formula V in AMS2 is a like expensive Formula V. Well, the problem with AC is other people have to host servers. Also, it doesn't get updated as much, so I like to live stream stuff that's been updated, see what's changed. Yeah, it's wildly all over the place. The Terramobile. Yeah, I think it's got different tyres on it, Pavig, as well. It seems like the Formula V in AMS2 has like racing. They're not full slicks, but basically racing tyres on them. Whereas the one in iRacing drives as if it's got road tyres on it. They might be like racing tyres, but you know, like they're not slick tyres. Ah, we got 3rd place, I think. Yeah, it was all right. So that's the great thing with AMS2 is that you can just create a session, and you know, you can get going nice and quickly, and you can fill it with AI. So I think that's where the thing with AMS2 is, if you just want to drive like random stuff, different settings in VR, and you want to just drive with a bunch of friends, you can set that up really quick, and it's pretty slick. Well done, Leonard G, for winning that. Last place, Larry, myself in 3rd. I might going to load up a front-wheel drive car and see how that handles in this. And then I think we might go over to do some Assetto, maybe. I don't know. Woo! Formula V Death Wish version. What's the AC one like? Is it slippy? Jesus Christ. Force feedback's resetting the... Why? The 488 GT3 Evo. Are you driving, Thomas? Is that you? Don't say that. You'll upset the people that play it. They're very sensitive. Well done, Leonard. Last place, Larry. Myself, Robic Helmet, Rip Helmet, GLE14, William SimRacer, Michael Royhold, Frank Spencer, Ollie. I'm going to see if we've got a... Yeah, there's... Jesus Christ, what's going on with the wheel? Stop. Oh, it's getting faster. It's going to go back in time. What? What is he doing? Fact. I don't think it's trash. I don't think that's fair. I think that's the traditional sim racing thing. It's like a sim can only be either perfect, amazing, or trash. Exactly. It's every sim a broken mess. Only ones you've touched, Tom. Oh, this could be fun. When did they add this in? It's been here for a while. This could be awesome. Right, let's put a circular wheel on for that. Oof. No, guys, the Mini. Look, everyone goes for the sodding Lotus. No! Look, they've all gone. They've all gone for the Lotus. There's me and the Mini. No, right, I'm forcing you guys to have the same car. How? Everybody apart from me makes it. There we go. William SimRacer. He's. How do I force it? Where is it? Session settings. So this has changed. You can change this here. There we go. No. I want like the same car. Oh, what is it on? Oh, where's the car setting? Not rules and regulations. Well, I don't know why it's not in okay, I don't know if we can maybe you have to set that up before you go into it. Oh well. Cadwell Park. Oh, here we go. I don't like Snetterton. It's all right. Snetterton's all right once you've Snetterton's all right once you've learnt it, but I haven't learnt it. But it is yeah. Well, they got rid of the tree though, didn't they? So, oh, Silverstone National would be good. International. Yeah, this would be good for this. Okay. Oh, I've not seen the small Snetterton. We'll have to check that out. Oh man, we're so tired this morning. I need some stimulants. Overeating as well, bloody hell. What's going on? It's so humid recently. It's been raining, but then it's like still pretty hot, like still like 17 to 20 degrees. Oh, a cup of tea. I look at my fire. You got 2 fire pools on this. That's weird. I mean, maybe one will be for the engine and one will be for the cockpit. Just in case your driver's on fire. I forgot to turn the wheel off. Guys, you're meant to be reminding me. I like this cockpit though. See. Look at that. Real car. Oh, okay. A little bit of slide on it. Oh, we can't change the brake bias in the car. They need to just put the Project Cars 2 Clio Cup in this and then that's it. Perfect sim. That Clio Cup car in Project Cars 2, it didn't need any other car. The whole sim could just be racing that. It's so fun. It's totally broken. Oh, I only got 4 gears. Totally broken car. But didn't matter. Bloody hell. Complete lack of lift off oversteer. just understeer. Can you four-wheel drift? I think you can. I think you can do slides and drifts and stuff. Get them wheels warmed up. They should have had this to iRacing as well. Oh, listen, that's just pure power. What a wobble. Come on. The rumble strip sounds are really good. Oh, go on. There we go. Look at that. Wobbled it in. Garden shed through the through the racing line. I like his paint colour. Nothing like a car. Custard car. Bogging down there. I've sat in one of these in real life and I don't fit. Maybe I'd fit in the race one because the bucket seat would be lower, but the road one, I'm too tall. Like my head is against the seat. Like there's a fabric coating. I'm pushing against that. I don't know. I don't know how to drive, so I'd be tempted to get one of these in real life, but you would die. Like anytime I've sat in one of these in real life, you just think if you crash, not the race one because it's got a roll cage on it, but the road, you know, like the 1970s one, 1970s cars. If you crash, you are dead. Like 10 mile an hour crash, dead. You reverse over the pavement, dead. you look at the car incorrectly, dead. You hit a pedestrian, you die. And the pedestrian die, everyone's dead. Random Coulsard tried to kill me driving around the Nordschleife. He's already tried to murder me. He tried to drive into the back of a pickup truck. I don't trust anything without a roll cage. When I was driving around the Blyton Park in the road car, it really did. I was like, right, actually, you know what? I do not trust anything without a roll cage. Give me a roll cage and I'm happy. That you sneeze, glass falls into your face, decapitated, dead. Oh, hey? Is that the actual track? No, where are they going? So is that some new version of the national layout I wasn't aware of? Wow, this car. Imagine if they spontaneously did like Formula 1 and they were like, hang on, let's put all the Formula 1 drivers in minis for this event. Oh. Well, apparently I'm going faster, but I don't feel like I am. Thomas Schmidt is poning it in third. You're a very collected driver. Oh, I don't know about that. Random call signs always distracted by premium Portuguese wines. Oh, that was slower. What? Why are they driving that? That's not the... Is it just for the hot lap? There's something weird with the R... Like... the way this car's putting down the power is a bit... What's going on? What's that, Pavage? In the people with lower end wheels saying it's not good? Whew. I might put some chicken in the oven. Well, if anyone was to complain that Race Room's new force feedback was worse than ACC's, they need to just be taken out back and dealt with, you know. That's the benchmark now. ACC's the benchmark. God, this guy, he doesn't shut up about it, does he? ASR Arkwright, hello. Cripes! Got a better exit there. Nice grass on this. That's what it's all about, guys. Oh! No! Trying to drive as smooth a line as possible. Oh. This car lacks power. Oh, we're in 7th place though. That's all that matters. Oh, that was way better. Ah, what? Why would they put the turbo off? Okay. Wow, we're going to have to do that. We have to pit. Put the turbo on 100. Bloody Aeroboid. Always check if your car's got a turbo. Should have known. Well, it should be an interesting comparison. We'll see what a lap time was without the turbo. $127. Boost. Bloody hell. That was, God, just launched there. So you can't remove it unless you're out of the session. Is that Lotus the same speed as the Mini? It looks like it should be a lot faster. The Mini does not look like a fast car. The Lotus looks like it would be 3 times faster. It's just sleeker. Maybe it's got a lawnmower engine in it. Okay, we've got flames coming out of the Mini in front. I can't remember the last time I saw a flame come out of the back of a Mini. He's got his boost on 100. He's injecting fuel into the exhaust pipe, burning it off. Should get to do 1 boost lap here. Oh man, look at this. Get ready for the boost cheat. You can't compete with the boost, man. Anti-lag flames from the Mini. It's actually just a portable barbecue. Here we go. Suck it in. Boost the lap, man. Look at this aero boy in. Oh Jesus. I've become what I feared most. Oh Jesus, what's happening here? Oh God, there's shadows are killing us. No, that's not my graphics card melting. Someone's car just exploded. Oh dear. Some graphics glitching. Oh, I've ruined my lap. It's weird. I've absolutely messed his lap up, but we might be able to recover it. Oh, absolutely recovered that. Oh, now I've lost it. Oh, what is going on? I'm ripping a hole in the universe. Whew. That was supreme racing there. Top-notch driving. Still in 6th place. I don't think the boost really helped me there. I think I was terrible. It's all about getting the lines and the momentum with this. Thomas in first, Rear McRip Helmet second, ASR Arkwright third. Here we go. Take some fuel out here. We don't need to be carrying all the world's fuel reserves. I don't know. Well, it didn't make me go faster, but I think my driving was worse. You could do the radiator cheat as well. Has this got radiators on it? It should do. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, no, it doesn't. The old radiator. The Project Cars 2 closed radiator speed hack. For no damage. Well. We need to beat Thomas. Huge error. Look how much faster you've got, Thomas, since buying that mug. You're now a pro. It's all because of the mug. It's all because of the Game of Muscle merchandise. Available from the Game of Muscle store. Wow. You too could own a Game of Muscle t-shirt, overpriced t-shirt with logos all over it. You too could. Everyone can. Wow. I haven't got the other one yet. It might be terrible. It's on Streamlabs. It's been delivered, but it's not arrived yet. So I'll do a Game of Muscle mugs stream when it arrives. Here we go, guys. The bog down. This car literally drives as if it's depressed. Do I have to move? Nothing more British than that. Do I have to start up? I don't want to drive in the rain. Oh, coming up the inside here. Oh, this is shiny. Proper vehicle, this. Hello? Oh, come on, man. Please use your brake pedal. Oh, we've just been... Oh, God. That's not even the racetrack. Nice clean driving. I couldn't even see the Lotus. Bloody hell. Right, well, we've lost a few places there. It's not my doing that. Oh, God. Oh. In my muscle line. Whoa! There they go. Well, I'll take the track limits. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, that was my fault. Have we got any server gods in chat? I mean, Chili Dog said he's gone to the supermarket. I want to try the Assetto Corsa Formula V and compare it. I mean, I know it's different from this one, but I want to compare it to the iRacing one. Oh, 2 warnings. Little sod of a car. Thomas is loving it. He for some reason, Thomas Smith was born to drive the old Mini. Can't explain that. Oh God, look at it slopping. It's like a bowl of porridge into a vehicle. It drives as if it's full of water. This is what driving an Olympic swimming pool around Silverstone would be like. Whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, they're a pain in the arse. Like the people I knew that owned one when I was a kid, it would always, like, the windows would fall out and it'd get rust all over. I think that was a problem with any car from the 70s, to be honest. They just rusted very easily. You have to treat them. But there's only so much treating you can do. I think you have to then cut bits out and then re-weld stuff to it and fix it. I don't have it, Michael. Here we go. Let's get back in there. Am I going to get another track cut? That's marked out with cones. Should be okay. Awful to work on. You could. They should have it so you could take the roof off it. Then it'd be all right. They're pretty small engines, though. I mean, I don't know. Not as bad as those tanks where you have to take out... you have to take the whole tank apart to take the engine out. Getting back in there. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered with that whole engineering stuff. I just... I thought it was a postman. I can't be bothered with like fiddly bollocks. It's irritating and also stuck. That's why I got into computers, because at least even if it's fiddly and broken, most of the time you sat at a desk. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to move. There's been a lot of smoke coming out the back of my car. Oh man, I'm overdriving this. Oh, look at he's got the vomit roof. That's not actually paint, he literally did. He after the race he got motion sick, vomited over the roof and then was like, oh well, I'll just smear it over the top. Look how thin the wheels are. Oh, I'm getting in there now for the final lap. The rumble strip seems to slow the car down as if it was we've got traction control, like the engine bogging. Whoa! Five wide. Oh, here we go. We got a run here. Run of a lifetime. I think we can get 3 cars before the next corner. Squeeze them. There we go. Oh, and get even more here. Oh yes, another place. Oh no, you bastard! That was a 1960s punt by Snippo. Oh, the car's in front. It's getting back. Oh no! I killed him. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's a disaster! Oh no, we've just killed a few people. They've flown into the pit lane as well. Oh no! Typical mini racing. What a finish! Oh no! Look at that car rolling. Launched. Oh, well done, Thomas, for winning. Right. Oh, let the G second, Arkwright third. Good one, guys. Nice clean driving. Yeah, could do with a little bit more. I don't know, it's a little bit sloppy. A little bit sloppy. I want a Clio cutback. That was great in Project Cars 2. Whatever they did with that was just really fun. Wow, well done, guys. I might jump into some AC here. We've checked out the AMS2 update. This thing's the best thing, that now you can change all these settings, or almost all the settings, without having to create a new server, which is nice. So, and some new UI elements, which is good. Game's always seems more stable, which is nice. Yeah, I think they keep. I've not tested it, but they keep improving the AI. Like last time I drove the AI, it was a lot better, or raced against them rather. I would say still, I feel like everything drives as if it's got a locked rear diff. Everything drives like a go-kart in this. Well, not everything. That Mini didn't. That Mini was just a bit sloppy. But look, any of the cars that have open diff settings in this game drive as if the diff is very locked, so it's very responsive on the throttle, like you'd expect from a locked diff. But then coming off the gas, there's like borderline no lift-off oversteer, or it's like really delayed. And then you have to like brake. You have to use the brake. You have to get onto the tyres to rotate like a go-kart. So, you know, if you don't mind that, then you know AMS2 is probably fine. But for me, that grates on me a little bit. But the content's great. You know, they keep adding stuff. It's on sale at the moment. If you want to do for AI single player stuff, I think AMS2 is good. If you want to do a quick race with your friends and you just want to create a server, or you want to do AI racing, or also the Brazilian tracks just aren't in any other sim other than AMS1. So for that as well, AMS1 and AMS2 are your only real options there. And then for VR races, if you want to do you want a nice package that just runs well in VR and looks good in VR, AMS2 is good for that. So netcode's all right actually. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's not awful. Like, it does have some stuff where it messes up when you're hosting yourself, but it's passable. It's still you still have this sort of sticky car thing, Chris, but it's not too bad. You know, it's not. You know, if you're driving sensibly, you're not like ramming. It's not too bad. What's the Fiesta ST? What front wheel drive cars have we got here? You can't sort by front wheel drive. What's front wheel drive in this then? That Mini is front wheel drive. Is this rear wheel, isn't it? This one, the new Mini. Oh no, this is front wheel drive. They do an all-wheel drive version of this Mini in real life. I actually quite like these cars. They're nice they're nice interiors. They don't have that much oversteer though in reality. No, Leonard G, you use words incorrectly and then go off on one. What I call lift-off oversteer is lift-off oversteer. Copa Uno is Fiat front wheel drive. Where's that? What's Copa Uno? Copa Classic. Oh yeah, these are too old though. Say us what you need something that's like you know the Nissan Primera in AC. That's really good fun. I'm trying to think of car like so the reason why the Clio Cup in Project Cars 2 is so fun is because it's front wheel drive, but also it's stupid. Like the lift off oversteer with it is stupid. Like it's absurd, absolutely mental. Not how the real car drives at all, but it means that it's actually really nimble. Same with that Nissan Primera in Assetto Corsa, is really, really nimble. That's what you want with a front wheel drive car to make up for the tendency for them to be a bit understeery. You need that lift off oversteer, and that's what makes them more exciting to drive. What are the... Wait, yeah, so you got like you know, like the current race front-wheel drive cars tend to be very, very planted in reality. So again, it's like, well, you might as well just drive a rear-wheel drive car. It's like, at that point, it's like, well, what's the fun in it? If you were going to buy AMS2 or R Factor 2, which is a better way to spend the money, Blakey? Well, it's hard to say, because R Factor 2, like, the content is all DLC and it's all over the place, and the user interface is a nightmare. AMS2 is a nice package. So, yeah, like, it's a weird one. Like, R Factor 2, I would say, is only really worth getting if you are going to do like a league with it, or you're into the esports stuff, or there's a very specific mod car that you happen to know that you'd really like with it. It's kind of... R Factor 2 is in a weird position. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just in a weird place. You know, you're much better off. I think for the vast majority of home sim races, what you're looking for is like the ability to jump in and have a good race. And the race room ranked servers, good for that. Assetto Corsa just has all the content in there. Sim racing system. iRacing is expensive, but you can get in and have a race. You know. AMS2 is a nice package, but it's quite expensive. Not that it's bad value for money. If you enjoy it, you'll get the value from it. But, you know, I mean, you could just buy it and try it. With the way Steam refunds work, because you can't do that with R Factor 2 because it's all DLC where the refund doesn't work. But you could buy AMS2 and try it out. So just get AMS2. Give it a go, give it an hour and a half, see what you think. I mean, it's not really long enough to really know, but, well, it would be for some people. If you're new to sim racing, an hour and a half is not long enough to know if the sim's good or not, because you probably aren't driving at the limit, but at least you could try it out. Chili Dog, can you, are you going to host a server? We're going to ruin your weekend in Assetto. Yeah, the thing with AMS2 is it's not very active online. So, I mean, let's have a look at it. I mean, it's Sunday. Oh, it's midday Sunday, so... You know, there's only like 200-300 active players in Automobilista 2. So, you know, that's it. There's like 3 servers with people in here. So, you know... You probably, if you get an AMS2, it's probably to drive the single player. And the single player is not bad, actually. Maybe you're in your iRacing, Nick. Oh, no. Ah, Dono Formula V server. Okay, well, I'll end this one then, and I'll start a new stream with AC. I'm going to put some chicken in the oven as well, because I'm starving. Get myself an easy manager server. Hey, I've got Chili Dog and Izzy as slaves. We've got server gods. They do everything. It's like a voice-activated despair service. Yeah, exactly. As Pavig said, AMS setting up a multiplayer lobby with AI is a good feature in AMS2. Right. I'll be back in a bit, guys. Just gonna pop some food on, and then we'll go do some AC. Gotta make a new thumbnail. But yeah, thanks for watching this. Thanks for clicking the like button. Good job, Reza, for keep on updating stuff. Maybe one day they'll make the rear diff not act like it's locked. They've done the UI thing. They did the multiplayer UI thing. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe the rear diff will work properly. And the suspension won't be so bouncy. Are those controversial views still? They probably are. Probably still controversial. Oh well. Take care, guys. See you in a bit. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Get your AC going. Back in a minute. Bye.